So what's up YouTube? It's your boy Tube and we're back here with another how to play video, this time for the boy eald'narche. eald'narche is a new character that just released on Default Global, and we'll go through his kit analysis, then we'll do the gameplay showcase as we usually do. But eald'narche is kinda complicated to explain because, for God's sake, sorry about that. It is kind of complicated to explain, so I'll try my best to explain it into very simple language. So yes, so we'll go through the Tomb Raider infographic. I'll leave the link in the description as usual. So let's start off with his abilities. So as you can see, the symbol above phase shift is something called exoplates. Keep that in mind because we're going to use that word a lot of the time. So while in exoplate, he gets access to the ability phase shift. Phase shift is a 4-hit AoE Brave HP attack that does full splash damage to all targets, and it dispels exoplates. And has no turn count, no action delay, no nothing like that. So while exoplates is dispelled, phase shifts become stellar burst, which is a 5-hit AoE Brave HP attack that has 215% overflow that does split damage, and inflicts a speed down as well. So skill 2 while exoplates is active becomes Uranus Cascade, which is a 4-hit single target Brave HP attack, 130% overflow, 50% splash, and grants him the Mold Cunning buff, and all targets will get attack down. I think it's roughly like 40%. However, while exoplates is dispelled, he gets used to access to the ability Omega Javelin, which is a 5-hit single target Brave HP attack with 108% overflow and also 50% splash. He also grants himself the Mold Cunning buff, but this time he inflicts the warp and defense down debuffs. I'll go through them later on as we go through the die. When he's in Exoplate, he gets access to Brave Attack Plus, which is just 3 hits. And HP Attack Plus in Exoplate is just 2 hit Brave HP attack, 120% overflow, some basic like that. When Exoplate is dispelled, he gains access to Brave Attack Plus Plus, which is just 4 hits. And then Brave HP Attack Plus Plus, which is a battery before a 3-hit Brave HP attack, 120% overflow, and extends his buff, the Mold Cunning, by 1 turn. That is when Exoplate is dispelled. His EX is called Vortex. It is a 5-hit AoE Brave to AoE HP attack, which does full splash damage. When Exoplate is dispelled, it becomes Terra Vortex Plus, which is pretty much the exact same thing, but this time he inflicts a debuff called Terror. That's only accessible with the Plus version. His C65, which I think is very important, which is debuff act longer throw, which extends it's just an AoE Brave attack that extends the inflicted debuffs extends the debuffs he inflicts by 1 or 2 turns depending on if you have the bloom or not. And C70, which obviously if you're using him, you're going to want to get them. So 0 out of 3 for his EX Plus unlocks the Brave HP attack, which we already went through. Potency increase on Vortex and Vortex Plus as well. 1 out of 3 is attack, 50%, max Brave 30%, standard. 2 out of 3 is when quest starts, grants the Mold Cunning buff, and when X place is dispelled, he inflicts Terror to all targets for 2 turns, which is very, very good. And Vortex Plus just gets a Brave hit increase, barrel overflow, and potency increase as usual. His sphere is a max Brave plus 3% up to 5 times after inflicting debuff, which is also very good as well. So let's go through what he inflicts. So under Exoplate, as you can see, he gains Brave and HP damage reduction 50%, which is very good, and 100% debuff evasion, which is also very good. It also prevents KO and restores HP to full, and then dispels it. Now this is for any HP value. So let's say he's 2k, he's under 50%, 20%, he will not die, he will restore his HP to full, and Exoplates will be dispelled. And when it is dispelled, it cannot be regained. The debuffs he inflicts are speed 20%, 6 turns, attack 40%, defense 40% on warp and terror. Now speed is on his S1 while Exoplates is dispelled. His attack is from his S2 while Exoplates is on, and the rest of the debuffs are when Exoplates is dispelled. Warp is 2 turns, is when pretty much his defense 30% down, and eald'narche pretty much gets a free turn immediately after the target's turn. It's pretty much like Realm Sketch, where the enemy takes a turn and eald'narche just jumps in front of them. And Terror is when enemies are targeting eald'narche, they cannot act at all, and they get increased HP damage taken from eald'narche 20%. Now, I'm just going to go through, instead of me going through his pros and cons, I'm just going to go through like how you kind of play eald'narche. Well, I'll cover that in the video gameplay showcase. His pros is this guy pretty much can silence any boss instantly. That terror debuff is 2 turns, he's C65, 4 turns, the boss is just doing nothing. He warps, he also doesn't add to the turn count, which is very good. He also inflicts a ton of debuffs with decent potencies as well. This guy pretty much is a walking tank. When Exoplates is on, he pretty much has a defensive stance which pretty much prevents him from dying or getting debuffed. When Exoplates is dispelled, this guy just goes full terror, literally. The cons is, like it says here, he actually requires a lot of finesse and strategy to harness his kit. Like, he really relies, like, it's not easy to play eald'narche. It really isn't. Like, I found out the hard way. And he is very reliant on his debuffs to maintain his damage but the issue is they're only 2 turns each. Even with C65 4 turns, you only have 2 uses of that, so it's very hard to get the best out of that. And also, something I did notice as well, it says here, he does burn through allies' buffs very quickly. And I used him with Lemme, he burned through, which is 10 turns, he burned through that very easily, which I was surprised at. Also, a big thing, Exoplates cannot be regained. So if he dies while Exoplates is off, he's dead. So make sure you be careful when you're playing him. And also, he also clashes with other debuffers because he inflicts 5 debuffs. Like, that's a lot of debuffs. So yeah, just be careful. So we'll be back with the gameplay showcase soon, guys. Just give me a sec. Okay, guys, so we're back and we have eald'narche here. I kind of ran out of cardboard, so he doesn't have his boards, but he should be fine. I also don't have any artifacts, so now you pretty much want 108 C50. That's a given. You want him to do more damage. I want him to help his battery. That's pretty much a given. 108 C50. He's a damage dealer. We all know this. We also have spheres. A type sphere. I don't have armor ingots as well. For B, I would go for Celeste's Sphere, which is this one. Bravery ability increases brave by 4. Pretty much gains cashback of everything because you're going to see why. And E, I would give him Emperor Sphere, which is very good. Or I would give him, his own sphere isn't the greatest for him. I would give Seymour's Sphere as well. Anything to help increase his attack is pretty much what you want because he's not the hardest hitter. Now, I don't have boards either, so we're bringing Zack and we're bringing Rem. We're going to do something kind of funny here with this run. So, when you provoke this boss, he enrages and starts doing AoE great HP attacks. Terror works for AoE attacks as well. So, technically, with Exoplates on, you tend to want to burn through your S2s as much as you can. Because Exoplates, while being very defensive, isn't the most... the damage is very lacking in Exoplates. Now, obviously, you see the debuff evasion helping there. Then we use Uranus Cascade again. We're just going to keep burning for our S2s till we have none left. And we keep, again, we use S2. As you can see, he doesn't get debuff because he has debuff evasion, which is very nice as well. And then we use S2 again. Then we use this again. And then Ram will probably get hit with Virus, which is not good. Oof, I don't really want to, because we have EX, but we're not going to use it because we won't get Siphon. Then we HP Tech Plus. Because we don't really want to burn through Exoplates too quickly. And he just dispelled our boss. Which kinda sucked. And now we can just EX here. Now we don't get the plus version obviously because we're in Exoplate. But it still does a lot of damage. Then we get Stacks EX, which pretty much a guaranteed cap. Cause Zach's kinda dumb. Then we use this. Oh jeez, Virus again. Then we use Ram's EX, which just won my cap. Then we use this. Then we're going to burn through. We're going to use S2. Now these mob waves are kind of tanky, which is kind of annoying. We're not going to have to spell Exoplates because we're going to wait for the last wave. We're going to do this. And this. That's fine. Then we use Vortex. Then HP plus again. And that should give us our EX. We'll just give Zach some battery. And do this. Now we did take up a lot of turns with these mob waves, but it's fine because you'll see why it's fine. Oh, perfect. He's targeting eald'narche already. And we did this. Well, we're going to do this. Now we're going to wait for this rain. Now we warp, and since he's not taking up turns, we just do this again. Now I did not expect him to target eald'narche straight away, because it kind of works against what I'm trying to do, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so we're going to do our strat because his EX is pretty much almost off. So the strat I'm talking about is we're going to lock him, and after he does this attack, he's going to do an all attack, which is pretty much an AoE break HP attack. So since he's targeting all, eald'narche's Terror is going to trigger, and he's pretty much going to trigger, and he's going to be locked under Infinite Terror, which is a very nice strat. Now when you do warp, you tend to want to HP plus because eald'narche doesn't have the most skills, as you can see. Oh, Zach's shield's been penetrated. Okay, so now we use HP plus. HP plus again. I think we'll hand over to eald'narche again. Zach is going to get HP attacked here. And we just warp in front of him like it's nothing. Then we use Stellar Burst. This boss literally cannot do anything because we've locked him in Infinite Loop of Terror. Because as long as Zach's targeting him, he's going to do an all attack, which pretty much involves eald'narche being targeted. So he's just stuck in terror forever. Stellar Burst. Then we do this. Then we switch it to Ram. Then we use HP Attack Plus again. We'll just use Stellar Burst. We'll just use Mega Javelin. And we'll use Chain Slash for Zach. Oh, he just resurrected. We're going to put him under 4 turns Terror now. Then we use this. We put him under Terror again. This time it's for 4 turns instead of 2. Now Ram did her EX. He puts on his veil. But he can't act because he's under Terror. You can just HP plus with that. Let me do this. Don't really HP plus. Now I am being quite aggressive because there's really no need to be. There's really no need for me to be conservative. And we do Chain Splash. So this guy is pretty much locked in an infinite loop of terror because even since it's an auto attack, it's still targeting eald'narche, so he still can't act. And since I have Warp on him, I pretty much jump in front of him every single time, and he cannot do a single thing. This guy is so oppressive, it's not even a joke. And then I just jump in front of him again because he has Warp. And I just jump in front again. Like, it's so fun to use this guy, it's not even a joke. We'll just... Then we use Zack's EX. As you can see, it's only 61 turns. We took 30 turns with the mob wave. And we literally have 60 turns and his health's already half. This is how good eald'narche really is. He can silence the boss instantly because of his power. Now we are going to have to start using skills soon because Terra's almost up. And since he's targeting all, Zack still gets the benefit of his modifier when he's getting targeted. Again, we can't act. And we have EX. And then we just pull him in another loop of terror. And then we keep going. Like, he cannot do anything. Now we do this. Now eald'narche does have better longevity in this. I was just playing him very aggressively because there was really no need to. Okay, so he's resurrected his ads again. Annoyingly, come on, frames. Okay, frames are back. Nice. So he's in the 3 turns terror, and then we can just stellar burst. And since that one is also targeting eald'narche, he's not under terror, but when he is under terror, which is probably going to be soon, because we'll just expand all his skills, because there's no point not to. At this point, the fight's pretty much over. It was over from the start, to be honest. And then we use rank 65. Sadly, we're not going to warp because we don't have warp on them. But this guy has warp, so we'll just reapply our warp. And Zack has his EX. We may as well HP plus, because we're pretty much all skilled. And we HP plus again. And then we warp. And we HP plus. And then we warp again. And we HP plus. And by the time we HP plus, we'll have our EX back, and he's just been under another loop of terror. Again, he just can't act. Like, he just can't do anything. That should be EX, roughly. I'll save that for the summon, because we're going to probably summon... No. So as we saw with eald'narche, you want to kind of conserve exoplates as much as you can. Burn through the useless S2 as much, and then when you burn through them, just dispel them and go crazy. There we do this. That's are dead. So we just, and the battle is over. eald'narche pretty much silenced the boss for the entire fight. The boss only got one move, and he pretty much silenced it for the rest of the fight. So that is the eald'narche showcase on how to play. Again, you know what to do. You start off burning off S2 from exoplates, then after you've done that, you dispel, and you go crazy. This guy is an absolute machine. Hope you guys liked, and see you guys later. If I can, yep.